Alright, stick your up.
Hello, once again. This time a little bit different from looking at Agatha Christie and Tom Adams stuff, and even making videos in the park. This time I'm back to a very short tech video, just to share with you some of the equipment that I'm currently working on, and something that you might be interested in. So this is only very short, not going to actually show you the repairs, but just to show you some of the stuff that might be a wee bit of a challenge. So let's get started. And here we have this classic Bakelite cased 1946 radio, care of Radio Rentals. Back in the day when people would rent radios, and the radio rental company was formed in 1935. So let's have a look at this marvellous set and see if we can get some life out of it. Could be a bit of a challenge, but one never knows. A little bit of research found that it is in fact a Model 58, and that is the service sheet data that I managed to get for it, and I'm not absolutely sure about this at all. Perhaps someone could help, but there is a thought that it was made by E.K. Cole around about 1946. It is a 4-valve superhet radio and a valve rectifier as well. So obviously it's going to have a new mains lead, and it's going to be earthed when it's completed. Quite how I'm going to tackle that I'm not sure, because it only has 2 pins. I really don't want to change the layout of the back, so I'm going to have a think about that one. The next job is to take it out its chassis. Now it's out its case. Now it's a beautiful Bakelite case, and it's undamaged. And the way these come out is just 2 screws here, and then the whole thing should slide out together with the back. So let's have a go at doing that. I've already taken the screws out, and here we come. Very easy to work on and very easy to get at. Here we go. It's quite dirty inside, as you will see. One of the nice things is you can remove the case. Now I'm going to put that somewhere very safe. And now I've got the receiver. It's quite dusty, as you would expect. Can't see any obvious damage to it, but underneath we have all the components individually wired. No printed circuits, nothing like that on this one, just everything there. And I notice all the capacitors are the very old paper capacitors. Now my first job with this is going to be to turn it on, make sure I'll turn it on to the safety circuit here, and do some basic voltage checks. And then once I've done that, we'll see if there's any audio from it. But one of the jobs that will have to be done, probably especially in the RF area, is to change these paper capacitors. But let's carry on and see what we can find with it. Let's have a closer look at the component layout underneath. As you can see, the paper capacitors, very brown. As you can imagine, they're 70 odd years old. Electrolytics don't look too bad, maybe a little bit of crusting on some of them. Wiring is not too bad either, so it doesn't look too bad at all. Okay, so after doing some preliminary safety checks on it, I've powered it up. It's on full power now, and as you can hear, there is AF activity. There's and if I unplug and plug in the aerial, there's definitely something going on with the thing. But unfortunately, it's not going to tune any radio stations on any of the channels. So what I'm going to do is just use an RF signal generator and put in some RF into the input stage and see if we can tune that. was definitely tuning. I'm going to turn off some of the fluorescent lights I got here and see if that makes a difference. We'll try plugging an antennae back in again and see what happens. It's definitely looking a lot better than I thought it would. However, so turn off the signal generator. So yes, in fact I have a radio station there tuning. However, very weakly. So the thing is working, which is amazing. However, it's very weak and the selectivity is not very good at all. Which will need examining, but the basic elements of the receiver are working. Certainly the output stage is very powerful. There is issues with the RF side, and I think after I've done some measurements on the resistors and changed a few of the caps, things might improve. But yes, there we are, a Radio Rentals 1946 I think this was built, is working. So now we have to do some exploratory work. The boring bit, which is checking all the voltages on the octal pin bases and replacing some of the paper capacitors. Once that's done, we'll give it another go, but that's probably not for this video. So there we go. Well, that's it for this video. Just a quick look again at the inside and the huge speaker. Thank you for watching. Hope you've been interested in this, and we'll revisit again in a not too distant future. Thank you.
Alright, stick her up and get in at the negotiation.